If you've arrived here, it's not by chance. There's something in your heart that has asked for a sign, and the universe listened. The guardian angels chose this moment to touch your soul with a truth that needs to be told. Take a deep breath. Do you feel that peace beginning to blossom inside your chest? It's God reminding you that nothing is lost when it's true. The words you're about to hear are a spiritual embrace, gentle yet strong enough to ignite hope. Before we continue, tell me, where are you watching from? There's a presence that still lives within you. Maybe it's no longer physical. Maybe time has drawn silences between you, but something still exists. It's like a closed window that insists on letting light seep through the cracks. This person, even while trying to move on, couldn't uproot the feelings they planted in your heart, or their own. There are days when you feel this, don't you? A restlessness that comes from nowhere, a thought that arrives uninvited, as if that person's name echoed in a distant corner of your soul. It's the universe whispering, the story still breathes. This person tried to convince themselves that moving on was the right thing. They closed doors, built walls, wrapped themselves in the cloak of reason. But the heart is more stubborn than the mind. There are memories that don't obey time, gestures that don't fade, glances that become eternal within those who feel. You may have tried to forget too. Maybe you told yourself, it's time to move on, to let go, to start over. But there's always a moment in the silence of the night or in the music that plays by chance when that presence returns. And you understand, it's not ordinary longing, it's a soul connection. The universe works in spirals, not in straight lines. Everything that is true always finds a way back. Even when it seems far away, even when everything seems finished, there's an invisible thread stitching together destiny, and that thread still connects you. This person feels something they can't explain. There are days they try to fill the void with noise, work, distractions, shallow conversations, but the silence comes back. And in that silence, the name that comes to mind is yours. It's not just ordinary regret, it's a spiritual awakening. God allows the distance so that love can mature, so that pride can give way, and fear can transform into courage. There are things that can only be understood when silence speaks louder than words. Have you noticed signs lately? Coincidences, dreams, songs, repeated numbers. These signs are not random. They are subtle touches from angels saying, the bond still exists. Imagine this person's heart as a house with the lights hastily turned off, but in the dark, there is a candle burning, small but steady. That flame is the feeling that insists on staying. They tried to move on, yes. They tried to convince themselves that the destination was different, but destiny is wise. When something is designed by God, time may pull you apart, but it never erases. This person remembers your way, the words you exchanged, the peace they felt in your presence. And it's that peace that's missing now, because no new story can fill the space left by a true connection. You perhaps also feel a different kind of fatigue, as if something in you is on hold, waiting. It's not weakness, it's intuition. Your soul knows that something is still meant to be fulfilled. The guardian angels ask you to trust, not to try to control time or seek immediate answers, because destiny does not operate under human haste. It works at the right time in the right way, through paths that often we don't understand at first. And now what this person feels is confusion, but a confusion that carries love. Because when the heart tries to deny something true, the universe creates mirrors, situations, signs, all to help them see what they tried to hide from themselves. This person finds themselves repeating patterns, searching in other faces for something they could only find in you. And when they don't find it, they feel the emptiness grow. God is allowing them to recognize the value of what they left behind, not as punishment, but as a lesson. Maybe you also need this pause to reconnect with your light, with your faith, with your own essence. Because when two paths come back together, it's essential that each one is whole. And that's what the universe is preparing, healing before the reunion. There's a reason you still feel this connection. It's not an illusion. It's the echo of something that was real and that God hasn't finished yet. But for now, silence is necessary. The silence that teaches, the silence that transforms, the silence that prepares for the reunion. Meanwhile, the guardian angels take care of every invisible detail. They are bringing hearts closer, removing obstacles, guiding every thought that aligns with love. Do you feel that energy in the air? It's the call of destiny, subtle yet persistent. It's like a tide that recedes only to come back stronger. So it is with love when it's true. It moves away just to return with purpose. This person is realizing this now. They might not have the courage to admit it yet, but something is awakening inside them. A memory, a regret, a desire to revisit what was left behind. And every time they think of you, something calms down. It's as if the heart finds its direction. Because the love that comes from God is never chaos, it's a calling. The universe doesn't make mistakes. And if this person's name still lives in your heart, it's because there's something that still needs to be lived, understood, transformed. Do you believe in reunions that destiny writes twice? Maybe this is one of them. Some hearts drift apart to learn the value of presence. Some silences teach more than words, and there are loves that, even after everything, continue to feel like home. This person misses your light, and the universe begins, silently, to guide the steps back. But before the return, there is the awakening, and that is precisely what is happening now, the awakening of the dormant love. Not every distance means forgetting. Sometimes it is protection. God, in His wisdom, allows certain distances to happen so that truths can be revealed at the right time. This person stepped back, but within them was fear, not disinterest. Fear of feeling too much, fear of not knowing how to handle something so intense, fear of being vulnerable in the face of a love that disarmed defenses. Have you ever felt that someone stepped back out of fear, and not from a lack of love? Perhaps that is exactly the story the universe wants you to understand today. The silence that exists between you now is not empty. It is a fertile ground where God works in secret. Each pause, each absence, each doubt are invisible tools of refinement. This person thought that distancing would bring peace, but what came was a strange longing, almost physical. The heart began to call for something that the mind could no longer ignore, and amidst this longing, the universe began to act. Small signs started to appear. A random memory, a vivid dream, a song that brings back memories. All of this is the echo of a connection that was not broken. This person's conflict is not with you, it is with themselves. They try to understand why the feeling insists on surviving, why time does not erase it, why the heart still seeks. And the answer is in God's hands because there is true love involved. But true love also requires healing. And healing comes through pain, regret, and silence. It is in the silence that this person starts to see clearly what they previously denied. The universe has gentle ways of teaching. Sometimes it places mirrors in front of us, new people, similar situations, just to show that what we seek outside still lives within. This person found themselves in front of these mirrors. She tried to distract herself, pretend that she was okay, go on as if nothing had happened. But the emptiness persisted. And the emptiness is the cry of the soul when it separates from what is true. God is orchestrating a silent turnaround, a spiritual movement that begins within the heart of this person. She starts to realize that running away didn't bring freedom, only loneliness. And in that solitude, the guardian angels begin to whisper her name. Meanwhile, you feel it. You feel it in your body, in the energy, in the thoughts that persist in returning. Because when there's a spiritual connection, souls communicate even in silence. But this moment of pause is sacred. Don't see it as a punishment. It's a time for reconstruction, emotional cleansing, and inner strengthening. God is preparing both, so that when the reunion happens, it will be light, conscious, and lasting. This person is now standing before an inner mirror, and the reflection she sees makes her remember everything she lost out of fear. Fear of loving, fear of surrendering, fear of being hurt. But the absence of her energy showed that the greatest fear is feeling nothing at all. And it's at this point that destiny begins to act, because the heart that tries to hide from true love is ultimately led back to the path it fled from, not as punishment, but as mercy. The universe does not give up on those chosen to love sincerely. And even if this person has tried to deny, forget, erase, there is something within her that won't allow it. Something greater than reason, something divine. This is the battle happening now, fear against love. And slowly, love begins to win. You can feel the movement coming, a sense that something is about to change, like a breeze that precedes the rain, like the sky darkening before dawn. It's not the end, and it's a transition. The silence is about to transform into words, the distance into closeness, the doubt into certainty. But everything must follow God's rhythm. Don't rush, don't seek, just trust. The angels are guiding every invisible step of this path. And when the right time comes, the reunion won't be a matter of chance. It will be the fulfillment of a promise. In the meantime, keep your faith alive. Pray, take care of your heart, lighten your thoughts, because your light is the beacon that helps this person find their way back. And they will find it, because fate has already begun to push them in your direction. God has already started to move the pieces. You will notice signs of this soon. Synchronicities, messages, memories, unexpected encounters. Nothing will be a coincidence. Everything will be a response. And when that happens, you will understand. The love that comes from God may quiet for a time, but it never dies. It simply waits for the moment when both are ready to start anew. Because this is not the end of the story. It's just the pause before the miracle. And now close your eyes for a moment. Can you feel that presence? It's the universe preparing for the reunion. But what comes next? You will feel with your heart. Silence. Before any reunion, there is a sacred moment of silence. It's in this pause that the universe works. While you wait, something is being prepared. Something that comes from God at the right time with the exact touch. This person feels it. Even trying to deny it, their heart calls out for you. And every time they try to move on, fate finds a way to push them back toward the path that leads to your name. Nothing is a coincidence, nothing is random. Every memory, every dream, every sign is a response. The guardian angels are weaving invisible threads, rearranging paths, aligning emotions, reconstructing what was interrupted. What seems like silence is actually preparation. This person thinks of you more than they admit, and the universe makes it so that somehow this energy reaches you. That's why sometimes your heart feels tight for no reason. It's the connection resonating from afar. Every thought is a spiritual bridge made of nostalgia, love, and destiny. When she tries to forget, something happens. A song, a scent, a memory. It's the universe reminding her this connection still lives. God is preparing a reunion. But before the touch comes, the awakening. This person needs to understand that love is not a burden, it's a purpose. And you are also being prepared. The time that passed was not wasted. It was a refining process. God has made you stronger, more aware, more ready. Destiny is rewriting what was left unfinished, this time with wisdom. This person misses the peace that only existed by your side, and they realize that no new path can erase what was true. They might even try to hide, but love always finds a way to reveal itself. The moment of revelation is approaching. The signs are intensifying. Clearer dreams, sudden memories, emotions without explanation. It's the call of the universe echoing in both hearts. God whispers, "It's not over yet." And when God speaks, no distance can withstand it. Do you feel the movement coming? It's the wind of destiny changing direction. This person will realize that fleeing from love was fleeing from themselves. And when the heart awakens, it always returns to where it began to beat sincerely. The angels ask you for just faith. Do not doubt, do not fear. What is yours cannot be lost, it only matures. Do you believe that silence speaks too? Because in this moment, this person's silence is shouting your name to the universe. Hope blossoms anew. Like a seed after the rain, love is reborn. And the reunion that is approaching will not be casual. It will be spiritual. God is uniting what fear separated. Now comes the light after the shadow. The new chapter is about to begin. There are loves that time tries to erase, but true love is written in the soul. It transcends lives, silences, and distances, remaining steadfast, waiting for the right moment to bloom once more. What you feel is not in vain, it's a calling, it's a promise, it is destiny written by God. This person walks along a path that finds its way back to yours, and when that happens you will understand. Nothing was lost, it was all preparation. God does not separate what was meant to teach and heal. He merely gives pauses for growth. And when the reunion arrives, it feels light, it brings peace. Love does not fade, it simply changes form until it is understood. The distance was a night, but dawn is already beginning. The shadows will dissipate and the heart will begin to pulse again. No distance erases what is true. The universe always realigns hearts that seek one another. The invisible is moving. The angels are opening paths, breathing courage, dissolving fear. The reunion is being carefully written step by step. In the meantime, keep your faith alive. Trust in God. True love learns the way back, and when it returns, you will realize Every silence held a message. Every pause kept a promise. This person is now being touched by the same light that surrounds you. When your eyes meet again, love will recognize love. Nothing has been lost. Destiny simply waited for the right time. And that time is coming. God does not make mistakes. The universe does not get confused. And the love that was born with purpose always blooms after winter. Breathe. Give thanks. Because what is coming is reunion, healing, and light. If your heart resonated just now, it's because this message was meant for you. The angels wanted to remind you, you are love, you are faith, you are a fulfilled promise. Now take a deep breath. Can you feel that peace rising? It's the universe telling you, what is yours is returning. Your guardian angels surround you in this moment. They ask you to trust, even without seeing. God is working in the silence, aligning paths, preparing reunions. You are worthy of love, and love is on its way. Destiny is preparing you to receive it. Everything is falling back into place. Now tell me, which word in this message spoke to you the most? Was it faith, hope, reunion? Write in the comments. Your word is a seed of light. If this message resonated with you, please give it a like. This helps YouTube spread this energy of faith and healing. Share it with someone going through a silence. Perhaps this person needs a reminder that the universe doesn't make mistakes and that God never forgets true love. And if your heart wants to keep receiving messages like this, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. Each video is a touch from the angels, a reminder that you are guided, loved, and protected. The universe is listening to you. God watches your steps with love. Even when everything seems still, He is moving the invisible. When you least expect it, you will understand. True love never gets lost. It only learns the way back. May this message embrace you. May peace accompany you. And may the reunion that fate has in store come lightly, brightly, and full of purpose. In the end, love always prevails, always. Thank you for listening with your heart. Leave your sign of faith in the comments. And remember, the angels are still guiding you, even now. Until the next message, beautiful soul, the universe continues writing your story with hope.